Hey everyone, Blue Shoes here, and today is a little bit of a special video that I'm going to be making, and sorry that I'm probably not going to look at the camera very often. I'm using my phone to record this because basically it's just easier than getting my camera and batteries and everything set up. And also this is a new phone, so I don't know how the mic quality is, I don't know how video quality really is. It looks good from what I see. And I know that the Google, because this is a Google Pixel 2 XL, I know that's supposed to have a pretty good camera. I am walking around in the rain, which is probably not the smartest thing to do, but it's not that bad of rain. And hopefully the audio is going to be fine, because I'd really prefer to not have to boost the audio up a bunch. Okay, so what has been happening with the channel? What has been happening with my personal life? What has been happening with everything? This is kind of a state of the channel address 2022 and not 2022 because I made much for 2022. And as you can see, my beard is a little crazy. And to be honest, the only reason it has gone a little crazy, I don't really have a reason to trim it or shave it or anything. Although that's going to be changing soon. I don't know when exactly. But I actually need to shave parts of it. I have to admit, I've not been the most happy with the content I've been putting out on the channel. I feel like the content I've been putting out on the channel has been so depersonalized. And most of that is because it's all pre-recorded. So there's no real opportunity to talk about things that are happening outside of, the recording, outside of the, out in the world. Because, like, when we were recording X-Men Legends, which is still going on, it was way back in November, and it feels like literally a lifetime ago. And I know it's been only, like, pretty much 7 months since November. But it feels more like a year. And that's just because this year has been absolutely insane so far. And obviously, you and everyone, and you and me, everyone has heard so much about the coronavirus and just how the world is so crazy right now and all this and that. So I almost kind of am happy that all my videos are so pre-recorded that you really don't hear about it very often. However, the only place I think where you'd still hear about it is, of course, SVR, which is going to be going through a little bit of a thing this month. It's going to be going out less than it has been for a little bit now. I have been releasing it every Monday and Friday. That has to temporarily change because of scheduling. It's just, things have been crazy, as you could tell. So it's weird, I feel like this is the craziest year that I've ever experienced in my life. But not in a good way, like I said that for 2018, and I don't know if I said that for 2019, but 2019 felt pretty crazy. But not in the same way, not in a good way. And I'm making the best out of this year. I got to try G Fuel this year, but just 2 days ago. We got a starter cup for me to try. It was the Keemstar cup with cotton candy, and I actually got it right on time because now he's canceled. Which this will be coming out in beginning of June, so I guess it actually happened back in May. It's just crazy, It really is. a whole bunch of stuff happened with my classes this year. I was originally enrolled in an English class, but then the English class got canceled, so then I ended up just dropping that entirely, and then I was only doing a math class and an online computer class. Online, what was it? Basically teaching me about the internet, network, and then C++, not C++, sorry. CSS? CCS? CSS? I don't remember. And basically website design, website programming and stuff. It was teaching me about some of that. And I didn't care for that class because my teacher basically wasn't a good teacher. And if you don't have a good teacher, in my opinion, you don't have a class. I mean, you're not learning anything. Sorry if my camera angles are rough. I have to hold this thing kind of high. It's really close camera angle. Like I would and I have to try to keep from covering the mic. Like I would prefer to keep it like at this angle, but it's just really hard to keep my arm this extended. It's basically fully extended. But anyway, so yeah, then I'd finished my math class, did amazing in both my classes, got A's. Computer class, I'm not gonna say what I did, I'm just gonna say the A was solely earned on the fact that I had to put up with a bad teacher. But anyway, my math class, I really worked hard on this year, and I actually am really proud of my grade. So, happy about that. And the channel, the channel has just gone weird. It's exactly what I planned, but at the same time it feels like it's not what I planned. Because I felt like I was going to do more solo content this year than I have been. I thought I was going to bring back solo content. I thought I was going to do stuff with Cayenne a little bit. But things have just kept getting in the way, and it just ended up not happening for a while. I still hope to bring some in the future. I don't know what or when. Skits wise, there was a whole series planned that I teased at the end of the State of the Channel address. And I really did have something planned, but that fell through. Sorry about that. I had to try to remember what I was even talking about. I had a series planned, and it was basically going to be, I'll just say it, because I don't know if it's going to happen. If it does, it'll probably be in a different form. But we were talking about doing Mutant King Chronicles, basically. It's going to be following the same format of the Mutant King Christmas Chronicle. Mutant King's Crazy Christmas Chronicle. Which, in my opinion, was some of the funniest, like, standalone skit work that we've ever done. Maybe the best. Just because the first skit was funny, but it was weird, and it was tied to this fact that I had took a small break from YouTube that I, back in the day, felt like was the biggest deal. So I had decided I needed to make a comeback video, but I made so many of those comeback videos that I was like, you know what? Let's make something a little fun. That was pretty much the entire thought process of the first skit, and then the second skit was just a sequel, and the third skit was a sequel to that. So basically, I had all these ideas for this Mutant King series, but it was all created out of the hope of getting it onto a platform called Storyfire. Well, it just never got created, and that doesn't mean the idea is dead. It just means it's probably altered a bit. And it doesn't mean I'm never going to try to get on Storyfire, but at the moment, I just don't feel like my content is ready. So I decided that I would probably just put a pin in it focus on finishing my YouTube content for a while, and then once I get extra time and extra, motivation, extra ability to make something, I will put my focus into making a Storyfire series. And then there was a whole thing, idea I should say, with there's the whole idea with the skits, and then that ended up falling through, and I never got around to doing it. Doesn't mean the idea is dead. I still want to do it at some point, but for now, it's pinned. Can I get a glimpse? Yeah, I can. Butter's just kind of hanging out down there. I have ideas for my next solo series. I just don't know when I'll have the ability and time to actually record it. Because right now, things are crazy. People, everyone's home all the time. I would say that. That's not a problem. Besides, when it comes to finding the time to record things, it's a little more complicated. So I just have to look at the schedule and try to figure out when I can fit in recording. But my plan is to finish recording this series ahead of time and then upload it, as we go. Just because that would make it a lot easier for me to produce the series, finish the series, and of course upload the series. It would just make it a little simpler for me. And the simpler it is, the better. So yeah. Me and Kyan, we've been getting on a lot during quarantine. We've been watching, not me and Kyan, but just me and my family. We've been watching movies and stuff. We've switched to everything, just kind of hanging out a lot. Because back before all this, there was a lot more like going to school and stuff like that, and just there's a lot less focus on just family time and time with friends and everything, and it just felt more like we have work to do, and I wanted a calm summer of sitting around the house all the time after 2 semesters of math. I guess I got it. This summer is going to be a lot of sitting around. It's looking like. But I'm excited for my birthday. My birthday's going to be pretty good. I'm going to be turning 20 this year. And I want to make a whole separate video about that and my thoughts on just the fact that I'm hitting 20. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. So, I'll have to make a video about that at some point. This beard's got to be trimmed. It really is seriously getting a little too long. This is longer than I had it for Billy the Bib, the movie. It's the longest my beard's ever been, I'm pretty sure. And it grew super fast. Like I shaved it for the movie, and then I grew it pretty fast, big again. And then I shaved it again, and here we are. But I'm going to be shaving it here again soon. Probably. So, we do have more planned. Shining Force 2 is supposed to start. X-Men Legends 2 is going to start at some point, and there's going to be a skit that we're working on here soon. Things are getting resumed. Suspender Season 4, I have no clue. I really did think it was going to be this year, but at this point, with social distancing, how it is and everything, I don't know if we're going to have a Suspender Season 4 this year. And to be 100% honest, I don't know if ever, because it's just, it gets harder and harder, it seems, to film every year. But I'm going to hope that we can bring some kind of product out, whether this year or next year. If not, then I'm going to put out some kind of finale that is going to end it. But it's not necessarily going to be how I wanted to end it. It would most likely be just a farewell battle between just Seth Spenders and Seth Spenders and who took Seth Spenders. It might just be a finale fight between Seth Spenders and who is going to be the evil villain of season 4. It might just have to be that, because at this point, I don't know how good, we can get it. And there might be another evil villain roped in there with Nate playing it, because obviously we're not social distancing with each other because we live in the same house. Can't really do that. So, we'll do it somehow. I haven't known anyone necessarily super personally who's had it that I know of. So, I'm hoping it stays that way, and I'm hoping everyone stays healthy. But I need to go back inside because it's going to rain and mosquitoes are going to come out and it's dark and everything. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. I hope I got everything across that I wanted to get out, because I don't even remember what I wanted anymore. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more videos soon. Still wearing a Space Jam hat, even though I never watched the movie. But we'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.
Alleges that when she was a White House aide, Biden put his hand on the back of her head and pressed his forehead to her forehead.